Yeah. Hey guys. So it's Friday morning. We recorded this last night on Thursday night. First, supposed to be the first face cam with episode with face cams, and I fucked it up. I don't know why, but my recording software only recorded like I'll show you guys. Like it only has me in the little list corner. I have no fucking clue why. So I'm gonna figure it out by next week. But for this week, unfortunately, there will be no face cams. So next week will be the first face cam episode. And yeah, but I still think it's a dope ass episode. I think this is a really good episode, so stick around until the end, guys. Welcome to episode 21 of the Accidental Sportswashing podcast. And you may notice something's a little fucking different about us. You can actually see our faces, you know. You see my Lana Del Rey poster back here. Yeah, you see Ryan's once messy room that he changed in like 2 seconds. I don't know how. Quick. I applaud him for that. And Josh in a fucking staircase.
There's a bunch of doors like everywhere. It's really
just
bad.
Fucking hilarious.
It's not just enter in.
You know, one of the pillars of the Accidental Sportswashing podcast is shithousery. So, you know, we're glad to just bring this bullshit into your life. And hopefully our pain and misery helps you, you know, throughout your days. Help you laugh a little bit. But yeah, just getting right into it.
Enter this staircase, and it's gonna be the most awkward shit ever.
Yeah, he's just gonna be
gonna have to.
Like I'm gonna talk about like fucking Barack Obama sucking 5 dicks, and they're just gonna be like, this is gonna be some like random white girls who just came from econ and be like,
just ask him if he's the throat goat or not. Like, pull them. Like, whatever topic we're talking about, just pull them for their opinion on it.
Hey, shorty, what is your opinion on Patrick Mahomes' 3-inch Punisher? Little quick.
So is it gonna be 3 first-round picks or 2 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers? Like, what you thinking? It's instant Riz right there.
How much ass you shaking for Steve Wilkes to become the new coach of the Arizona Cardinals? You know all the racist white shorties from Arizona. You know they love them from Cardinals. But getting to the actual NFL games. The Jags unfortunately lost to the Chiefs. They were competitive. They were kind of competitive, but they fell 27-20 to Chiefs at Arrowhead, man. And full disclaimer, I was high out of my fucking mind. I couldn't watch this game. I physically could not watch this game. But from like the looks of it, it looks like the Jaguars did decent. Can you guys tell me a little more?
I think they did pretty solid for the most part. I think the Chiefs were like solidly. They had like a firm grasp on the game as a whole. The Jaguars had a few chances. I think once Mahomes got injured, there's like this feeling where it's like, okay, maybe the Jaguars could win, and then they had that whole drive, that 98-yard drive.
My boy Chad Henne, Michigan made. You already know. Go Blue, bitch.
Once the Chiefs got that whole 98-yard touchdown drive without Mahomes, I was like, okay,
you're not doing shit.
And he's going to come back, so.
Yeah, I mean, without Mahomes, they'd probably be fucked, but thankfully he's okay. Then a dog.
Yeah, that game, I mean, I was watching because I bet the over on 245 yards for Lawrence, and he didn't get it because I lost a lot of money that weekend.
Hold the timeout. I saw your tweet about your calculated bets, my nigga.
Bro, I'm not even joking.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up.
I'm not even joking. My calculations were I sat on a call with my one of my coworkers, Nick, and we sat there at 12 o'clock in the morning before I went to college, and I was just fucking firing off because I had $100 of promo money. I was just fucking firing off bets left and right, dude. Beautiful. I was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
I thought it was a genius. I was like, Saquon Barkley, I put 2 different bets with him getting a touchdown. He did not get into the end zone once. Not once.
Literally, the prize spectacular for all my degenerate bettors. 2 leg parlays, maybe 3 if you're getting frisky. If you put anything more than 3, you're losing money. I will tell you. Bro, if you're putting 3, you will probably lose money. 2 leg parlays, keep it very simple. No more than like $10, $20. Please, for the love of God. Please.
And I still lost all my money doing that.
Oh, yeah. I've made don't let the IRS hear this. I've made a decent amount of money, but the amount of money I've poured into that shit, no. No, I've definitely...
Let's just say... 5 people just ended it already.
How much money have you lost on Prize Picks and FanDuel combined?
Ask them if they bet the over on 245. But in all seriousness, like the Jags, I think this game very, very much reminded me of that Browns-Chiefs game from a while ago. I say the big difference is though, because like that game, like the Browns had opportunities to get back in it, the Jags had opportunities to get back in it. I think the Jags are just a year away. They're really much just a year away. They're gonna get Calvin Ridley back, not back, I guess, for the first time next year. You know, it's not like their draft position's awful to the point of the NFL, this is a deep any first round pick.
Exactly, and this is a deep ass draft too.
Right. So. Get whatever, you know, whatever they're going to need, I think they'll be able to address. Their owner loves spending money. This isn't like a cheap franchise. And the AFC South is fucking terrible. So is the NFC South. But the AFC South is awful. I'm sorry. There's not a single quarterback there. There's not a single team there that necessarily they can draft guys. You know,
the Titans are going to continue to regress. Texans.
They're not there yet. None of them
the
have
Colts.
The Colts can end up with like Will Levis, and I'm sorry, I'm not like a Will Levis hater, but I
fucking am.
There's not better prospects than Lawrence, I think, and I think we're at the point where Lawrence is going to be good enough where you're also going to attract other high end talent that's going to want to play with a guy like Lawrence. I think this is a good year for the Jaguars. It was an expected outcome for the Chiefs. Like you can't sit back as a Jags fan and say this was a disappointing outcome. It was I think obviously you want to win if you're the Jags, but this isn't like the end of the world. This is the first year.
I think going into the season, looking at like kind of the layout, winning the division was like that's taking the step forward, and they did that, and winning a playoff game, you can't really complain at that. You're not everybody's gonna have the Bengals season where they draft Joe Burrow and the next season they're off to the fucking moon making the Super Bowl. But making the playoffs, winning your division, and really taking a step forward and having the money and draft pieces to build for next year, that you can't really ask for anything more from a young team.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So not only do they have the youth, but they also are in like that perfect situation where I guess they're developing and improving significantly while everyone else is either declining or not even close to the position they're in.
Like that division is horrible.
It's awful. Like they could probably win like 10 games next season and probably be first in their division.
Oh yeah,
so
because they're gonna win both games with the Texans, I'd say, and they're gonna at least win one versus both. I wouldn't be surprised if they sweep everybody, but they're gonna win at least 4 or 5 games in division. And then their schedule, I don't know what the exact schedule is, but that I'm sure they can find 5 wins out of the 13 other games on their
and that's
11.
Like I guess maybe like worst case scenario for
Exactly.
the Jaguars, and like that's not considering Trevor Lawrence getting better, and he's already been really good.
Calvin Ridley coming into the
close
fold.
off the season. Calvin really coming back.
Yo, like that's fucking like it's insane. Like the offense was like decent, but like I think that he's really gonna take the offense to a whole nother level. It's not gonna be like fucking Mohamed Sanu and Patriots.
Yeah, this was the same guy that comfortably got over 1,000 yards in multiple seasons, even with Julio Jones next to him. So that says a lot.
I mean, yeah, but moving into the other Saturday game, I'm happy it was too high to watch this. I was able to watch like I was watch kickoff, and then like I could not, like, bro, it was the worst. Not getting no edibles from me for a minute.
I probably should have done the same thing.
After 28-0, I went downtown and promptly just got hammered.
Yeah,
Some random girl came up to me and made out with me for some reason. It was a great night.
Skill issue. Yeah, that's all I could say.
Like, there was a bunch of dudes in Giants jerseys, and I'm not even joking. Like, if you look at if we were to like track who drank the most that night, it was all Giants fans.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
and you know the worst part of this? I was planning to go to Philly. Thank the fucking Lord I didn't. Thank the Lord I didn't go to Philly.
If you did, you would have probably been murked.
Oh, I would have blown my brains out on Broad Street.
I've seen people like talk about how dangerous it'd be for someone to go in like Giants apparel to Lincoln.
I think Dallas might be the only thing worse.
I just finished playing the new Call of Duty campaign, and I kind of want to like it's a survival mission. That's how I see it.
Oh
now.
yeah,
I'm
like
gonna go there. At least
we gotta go. Maybe next season when we're a little better. But honestly, just talking about the game, like I said, skill issue, and fucking Boston Scott turns into fucking Barry Sanders.
Yeah, it's
bring back Danny, bring everybody back. Get a real wide receiver 1, linebackers, and fuck Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
It was a big year for
Jalen Hurts still doesn't fucking move me. I don't give a fuck. Jalen Hurts can suck both my fucking nuts, and I'll grow a third nut just for him to suck on.
Yeah.
Fuck Jalen
I think
Hurts.
even with a really bad loss, I think this season's overall been really
Oh
good.
hell yeah!
It was a massive success.
We
I
were.
think-
I would
I
have been
think this
happy
game
with
definitely
6
rubbed us
wins
the
this
wrong way,
season.
though.
I would have been
Yeah.
happy with 6 wins. So making the playoffs,
I
winning
was
a
hoping
game.
we got the first pick, so I think that says a lot about
Exactly.
our expectations.
You were probably one of the best case scenarios. The only thing that would probably make it better was a little more a better quarterback situation probably. But Daniel Jones has shown he can be a top 12, maybe even top 10 quarterback. And I hate because Kirk Cousins is the model for mediocrity, or like that quarterback who's not elite, but he's still not,
He's not
bad. So like an athletic an athletic Kirk Cousins, and one of his biggest strengths at Duke was the deep ball. And they did a lot. They did a lot to reduce his turnovers. A part of that was taking away the deep ball. So you get him a real wide receiver 1 and have him throw the ball deep again.
Yeah.
I think we become a dangerous offense. But also linebackers, man. Please, love of God, we need a linebacker. It is so bad. I can't. Jalen Smith, you did good for the team. But they can't. They just can't give.
Yeah,
him
we just need a bunch of different roster upgrades, free agency, the draft, and I think we're fortunate enough to be in a good enough spot. Oh, like shit, no, we don't, because Kenny Galladay's still in contract. So.
Yeah,
We
but
can cut him and not have too much dead cap.
Yeah, I
space.
think
it's like you can.
Is there like a penalty still for his?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think heading
Not bad,
into
though.
this offseason, I was reading about it. We only have $9 million in dead cap, where last year we had like it was a fucking lot. It was tens of millions. I think it was. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. I think it was around 70, somewhere about that. But Sean being able to go into this next season, in this offseason, with a lot more cap flexibility and maybe restructure, or just get rid of Galladay and work around, see what to do with other guys. Like even like we're at the point so far where if we don't bring DJ back, or we, depending on the contract we've been Saquon back on, I'm gonna trust him for now because I believe he's gonna do.
I think he's shown enough to be like a very serviceable guy for us, especially
for
because not only is he, I guess, doing fine with this system of this very conservative passing system, but he's also been a very good runner, and we've been doing a lot of sets where he's just running. It's like even the Vikings game, I think very early in the game, we had a bunch of sets run for Daniel Jones just to run. And it worked really well. He got a bunch of yards. He moved the chains pretty consistently because of it. And once again, not every defense is the Eagles. So
Yeah, I
think
think. Go ahead.
it'll
Sorry.
be better. I think it'll look much better next season, especially now that we have like the playoffs out of the way, and we can kind of like forget how bad that game was.
The way I view it is I trust the front office. I trust this Giants franchise right now, at least too. And you mentioned the quarterback situation where it's not ideal, right? Like ideally you're either in position to draft, one of the best quarterback prospects in a good draft class, or you have a very good quarterback. But I think the Giants are in a situation where if they do bring back Jones, which I think they will, right? I'd be very stunned if they didn't. The deal they're going to give him, I think, like the Derek Carr contract, the most recent extension he got, the Raiders were easily able to get out of that contract. When the second it turned south for them, they were easily able to get out of that
there's
contract.
a better avenue for them.
Right. I think that's something that the Giants are going to kind of have a similar deal where it's like if the second an opportunity opens up for them to upgrade, they're going to be in a position where they can.
Can we just talk about that?
easily
How
kind
the
of
fuck are
upgrade,
the
what I mean?
Raiders front office how are they able to maneuver a contract like that and then hire Josh? Like that, like
They're
what-
so
like-
inconsistent. Like,
But back to what you were saying,
they're-
Josh. Back to
no, but I completely see your point there, where it's like, how the fuck did they get Derek Carr to sign that, and then at the same time hire one of the worst head coaches, if not the worst head coach in the NFL?
I think Hackett was probably the only one worse.
But at least I can say he had success as an offensive coordinator. Like Josh McDaniels was a bad head coach before this. Like he was a bad head coach 10 years ago.
And he was and he
like,
wasn't the greatest offensive coordinator. He had Tom Brady.
He wasn't.
He had Tom Brady.
Yeah,
and Bill Belichick.
There are a lot of Patriots fans who would tell you he wasn't a great offensive coordinator.
He just had
to. Like, this isn't like you're taking one of these bright young offensive or defensive coordinators and you're throwing him in head coach. They picked the guy who's already fucking sucked at head coach before, and they threw him back there. Like, I'm sorry, you can't tell me that's not. There is
blackmail.
some sort
It was
of like,
fucking blackmail, or maybe they just wanted to lure Brady. I mean, that's still a possibility.
That could be, but that's one hell of a. The way I see it is like That's one hell of a fucking risk to take for a guy who's not guaranteed to come. Like, that could completely blow up.
Looking at you, Jets hiring Nathaniel Hackett.
To be fair, they're only doing it to get Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but
I can at least say as an offensive coordinator, he's had some success before. I can live with that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't love it.
I still don't.
It's kind of like the Adam Gase situation, then.
I guess.
Where it's like, I guess his reputation as a coordinator is very much reliant on the quarterback that he's.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if they do, like, even, like, I don't know. The way I see it is, like, I think Josh McDaniels is such a uniquely bad hire. And I know we've talked about him a lot on this show. He's kind of been, like, the punching bag for us. But he's such a uniquely bad hire. I can't even wrap my head around trying to justify it. You know what I mean? But
it's
kind of
Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, kind of steering it back to the Giants. Ultimately, they're in a good position to moving forward. And even if next year, they don't win a playoff game and, that they, this year they won a playoff game, they made the playoffs, all that stuff. They don't do that. They're in a position where if they feel like they need to shake things up, they can. I don't think this GM or head coach is necessarily attached to any one of the teams to the point where they're going to, arrogantly
like the only mainstays
long-term.
At this point right now, Kayvon, Thomas, McKinney. I think those, like, I love Dex. I love Leo. I love Dory. But those are guys by that next year, not talking about this next coming season, after that, their contracts are going to be up in the air. So I'm not too attached to them. So right now, those three guys, I feel like those are the three guys that have to be on the roster moving forward. But besides that.
Also, shout out Isaiah Hodgins. He's a fucking dog. I love that guy. I love that man so much. And look at the wide receiver room next year. If they get that wide receiver one,
that's
you're gonna
dangerous.
have Wando Robinson. You're gonna have Isaiah Hodgins there. If you bring in if you bring back one of your veteran guys, like that's a pretty good wide receiver room. I feel good about this team.
Cheap too. Most importantly, it's cheap.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out Isaiah Hodgins. He's got to get some love.
DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know. You trying to come to MetLife? Play it.
He wants it. He wants it. He wants the bright lights. He wants
bright lights. Oh my God! You know how amazing that'd be, DJ. But on the Philly side,
I mean, it's Super Bowl or bust at this point for them.
Oh yeah.
There's something really else.
Yeah, I really hope they don't make it. But moving into the Sunday games.
Hate them.
Moving to the Sunday games. Josh Allen. What happened? Stephon Diggs isn't enough. Fuck you, bitch. You're not. Oh, and the motherfuckers who want to say he's better than Cam Newton, like Cam Newton, suck my big black dick. Like all the way down your throat. Like I want it down here. I want to see it down here. Like, let's be serious, man. Let's be fucking serious. Like the amount of shit Cam Newton did, sure, I'm pretty sure Josh Allen has more playoff wins, but they're all fucking in the wild card round. Who the fuck cares? Like, he hasn't made a Super Bowl. He's had a better fucking team than, and people want to bring up, Cam, all his players had their best season when they went to Super Bowl. Why the fuck do you think that is? Cam Newton, they won 50. Nigga, if you look at, 2 years after that or 2 years before that, where they were, where every other player was, they were either dog shit or out the league. So I'm like, bro, he's nowhere near.
There's also this very short compilation I saw on Twitter where it showed, I guess, all the drop passes from Cam Newton's MVP season.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I saw that too.
Tried calculating, it was 5 dropped touchdowns.
I mean, I don't I do playing devil's advocate here. I do believe he could have had a much better receiving core. But I'm not gonna look and say, hey, because there's things with every quarterback you say, interceptions is always the best stat because a lot of the time, then Daniel Jones last year having to fight all the allegations because half the time it was either a really shitty offensive line or his receivers hitting balls up in the air. So I'm not gonna play in that game because that game of hypotheticals is a lot. So unless a player gets consistently very, very, very lucky.
Yeah.
The way I view Josh Allen is, it's consistency issues at this point. I think we can all agree. The talent's there. The dude just makes some fucking throws where good
fucking
God,
idiot.
Right? And then and then he'll have those fucking idiot throws, and then they'll have those throws where you're like, oh my God.
This guy's the best.
Oh my God, in a good way, right? And there's oh my God in an awful way.
Oh my God, what the fuck are you doing?
Reincarnated. Literally.
You know what? I do feel like it. This is kind of a Brett Favre situation, right? In terms of the decisioning. Now, obviously, I hope Josh Allen doesn't decide to defraud or fraudulent an entire state and be. I mean, there's a lot of the Brett Favre comparison on the field, not off the field.
Well, let's keep it on the field, buddy.
But Josh Allen is one of those guys where it's like, dude, the Bills as a whole, it feels like they're just so close sometimes. But this year was kind of the first time where it's like this game, like this was like that Chiefs game last year was supposed to be they lost, but you know what? They were close. They should be it now. Now the next step is being the Chiefs, right? They reverted all the way back to like kind of that first year with Josh Allen being an elite quarterback, where it wasn't a competitive game. The Bengals beat the shit out of the Bills.
Yeah, and
right?
the other
great,
the only other player who I view as close to Cam as a college quarterback is Joe Burrow, and he played outstanding this game. Also, I'd like to say, fuck Ohio State, by the way. Fuck Ohio State. Can Ohio State fans claim Joe Burrow?
Absolutely not.
No.
He didn't break out there. He didn't graduate. Like he did not that he didn't graduate. I don't know where he graduated.
I think he did graduate.
Because
I think he did.
I think he did graduate. I think I read that he graduated from there, but he did not break out there. He's not. You remember Joe Burrow with LSU, right? This is like saying, like if you draft a player but they don't break out with you, like you can claim them. No, you can't. That is like it's like with picking, what team you go into the Hall of Fame with. I'm sorry, Joe Burrow. You remember him with LSU, Ohio State fans.
Carlos Beltran is going to go in the Hall. Carlos Beltran is going to go in the Hall as a Met. He's like, come on.
Right. Like you. Oh well, the Royals signed him for a little bit. Fuck. Who gives?
Keith Hernandez is going in as a Met. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
He's not going in as a Cardinal. He's going in as a Met.
That's
right. Or like, didn't Piazza went in as a Met? Right.
I believe so. Yeah.
He was drafted and developed
by the
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Pretty sure he broke out with the Dodgers. He's not like, I'm sorry, he's a Met. You know, in my brain, when I think of Mike Piazza, I think of him the Mets. I don't even have like a personal hatred for Ohio State because I'm not like a big college football guy. But I know you hate them. I know you hate them. But like, if you're an Ohio State fan listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, well, he played here he didn't break out with you guys. No one gives a fuck about Joe Burrow with Ohio State. He is an LSU quarterback. We remember him as LSU. You cannot claim him.
I'm looking at you, Harry and Paul. Looking at you. But back to the game. The Bengals, man. I chose them to go to the Super Bowl for a reason. Their defense is good. Their offense is better.
Their defense is ridiculously good.
And getting to the Chiefs, jumping a little ahead, I do think they're not going to steamroll the Chiefs, but I think they're going to win somewhat comfortably.
I think it depends on like the current
especially with the injured Mahomes.
Yeah.
I don't even with the healthy Mahomes. With the healthy Mahomes, the game is really competitive. With the banged up ankle Mahomes, I can't go.
I mean,
Casey.
Look at last year, like when Mahomes played the Bengals. I think what the Bengals are known for defensively is just really good schematics that throw quarterbacks off.
Yeah.
They do a lot of things that get pressure to the quarterback, and they do it in a lot of really unorthodox but very efficient ways. And if you looked at what they did last year with Mahomes, they've done a lot of things to make Mahomes commit really stupid plays. Like, I've never seen such a great quarterback commit such stupid decisions outside of like maybe Josh Allen.
Yeah. Zach Taylor, maybe we have treated you too harshly.
I don't think it's necessarily Zach Taylor. I think it's more their defensive coordinator.
I mean, but he's also a coach. I feel like he does have a bit of input, So
yeah, I think.
But
it's like that defense is insane.
I'm glad they're proving they're not frauds and then it's not a fluke. Yeah. Like they're going to be contenders in the AFC for a couple years. And there were some dumbass people like, oh, in a couple years they're not going to bring back Mixon, Jamar, and Bobo and Mixon, Jamar, and Burrow. Like by that time, Mixon is going to be cooked product. He's going to be roasted ham, and they're by the way, there's gonna be some way they're gonna bring back both. Like you can't let either of those players leave unless they do a Henry Ruggs. Like, even if they go Mike Vick, have a fucking dogfighting ring. Nobody's fucking cares. Nobody.
The way I view it is like first off, I saw that tweet and the first reaction was, why the fuck are you putting a late 20s running back at that point in the same conversation as one of the best receivers in the NFL and the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the NFL? Any given year, Joe Burrow is gonna be second or third. I mean, there's always a guy who like has ups and there's gonna be years where some things fluctuate, but Joe Burrow's never falling below 3 any given year. You know what I mean? Where it doesn't matter what happens. I'd be very stunned if he fell below 3. There's no way they're not bringing it back, number one. And number two, I mean, I have the Chiefs winning this game. I personally really buy into the Chiefs as a whole. I mean, I know the injury to Mahomes is a little bit scary, but I can never bet against Patrick Mahomes. But then again, guys, I've lost every single one of my bets, so I'm not actually betting on this game, but my metaphorical bet should still tell you maybe you should pick the Bengals.
That's fair.
But this is going to be a very competitive game. I wouldn't be shocked if the Bengals won it, and if the Bengals do win it, I think they're winning the Super Bowl, right? Like that's kind of how I view it.
I think whoever
not guaranteed, but I think this isn't this isn't like me saying they win it and then they're going to win by 30 in the Super Bowl. But if they win it, I kind of like that would be that. I think they're getting that Super Bowl.
I mean, they were my choice from the start, so I agree. But all right, let's get into this last game. Fuck you, Cowboys! Suck my dick. Yo, Josh, I can tell you're fucking muted. Ask them what they think about the fucking Cowboys.
Oh, okay,
Ask them what.
Calm down. I don't even think they know the Cowboys, but yeah.
Yo, I thought you were gonna ask them. But
no way he's actually asking them.
Yeah, but
Okay, they closed the door. It's all good. Okay, that game was just really sad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I was having fun seeing Dak Prescott play bad for like the first half.
it just
Like,
got
once the
sad.
fourth
You
quarter
just felt
came in,
bad.
I'm like, this doesn't look good. I kind of feel bad because
Yeah.
especially the last two drives where the second to last drive
that
they went 3 and out.
the last shot was
Dak had a
fucking
sack,
comedic.
and then they punted the ball for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, as much as Dak Prescott was getting, and rightfully so, the things that McCarthy did, coaching wise,
Oh, dude's a fucking
time
dumbass.
management-wise,
Yeah.
it's just I don't get it at all. Punting the ball, the last play, oh my god, that last play.
Yeah. But I do kind of feel bad for Dak at this point. He's getting shit on by his own team. His girlfriend of 2 years left him. And it's just I do kind of feel bad. I do kind of feel bad.
I feel bad in the sense of like Dak Prescott is going to be like, oh, well, it's his fault, right? Like, and I know he didn't play well. It is partially his fault. The Cowboys have kind of had their struggles in the postseason, but this isn't like just a uniquely Dak Prescott thing. We saw it with Tony Romo as well. Like, this is a Cowboys issue as a franchise.
Oh,
they
yeah.
clearly are not. Like, I'm sorry, but you mean to tell me you can't Matthew Stafford your way to a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott? Like, I'm like, it was a talent gap between Matthew Stafford a year ago and Dak Prescott currently
No
massive
fucking way.
that you can't. Like, are you like, or, you know what I'm getting? You kind of get what I'm getting at here.
100%.
You know, you have, Jerry Jones. The Cowboys have they're always going to spend a ridiculous amount of money.
And there's no
right?
reason Mike McCarthy should be a head coach of an NFL team
Right.
in the year of
How at this point? How is it at this point? Like, the Cowboys are not considered one of the smarter organizations in the NFL, right? Like, that's not what you would regard. You think of the 49ers as kind of like that genius organization. This is 2 years in a row of them beating them with a quarterback that, I'm sorry, is significantly not significantly worse, but definitely clearly worse, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Brock Purdy's not better than Dak Prescott. I'm sorry, he's not. Right?
But, oh,
And
time
Jimmy
out.
G's,
Brock Purdy is not a franchise quarterback. Suck my dick. We will get back to this in a second. Go ahead, Ryan.
But like he's not like, as you mentioned, he's not a franchise quarterback. He's not a guy that you necessarily look at and say this guy's going to outduel Dak Prescott. And Jimmy G, same situation last year, and they've won both times. They've completely confused, completely thrown off that Cowboys offense. I know Tony Pollard getting hurt affected things, but they weren't playing ridiculously well with him on the field anyways. You have a contract tied to Zeke where it's a ridiculously bloated contract. You force yourselves to pay him that money. Pollard is now a free agent. You're probably not going to retain him. It would be stupid to pay that much money to your running back room. You traded Amari Cooper and for nothing basically. What was it? A late draft pick. And Amari Cooper, something like that. And Cooper would have been a really nice receiver to have on you right now. You extended Gallup. That deal doesn't look great. Like, at this point, the Dallas Cowboys continuously shoot themselves in the foot. They're not a team. Like, I as a Giants fan, I look at the Eagles and I want the Giants to be able to reflect them as an organization. I look at the Cowboys and I'm like, thank God we're not them.
Like,
you know
they really lucked
you know what I
into
mean?
that. Like, because they were gonna take and they weren't even gonna take Dak. They were gonna take Paxton Lynch. Like, and there was another quarterback they wanted. I forgot who it was. Dak was like their last option, and they drafted Zeke 4th overall. People shit on the Giants for taking Saquon 2nd overall, but I think Zeke overall as 4th overall is much worse. He had 2 really good years, and then
having that on top of the massive contract just makes it
Also,
a
you
lot
have to
worse.
think they were going to draft Sam Darnold if they didn't draft. If they didn't draft Saquon, it was going to be Darnold or Mayfield, and that would have been not good either. Like, it's not like I'm not saying that the Giants should be excused because they were going to make another bad pick, but more so that you can kind of
The lesser of
not that
three
you can
evils.
understand it.
The lesser of three
Right,
evils.
you know what I mean? And then again, the Zeke contract, unless the Giants give Saquon money that I'm sorry that is going to change the running back,
Which he said
the
he
landscape
doesn't
of how running
want.
backs are
Which he
paid.
said he doesn't want.
Number one. And number two, I think him and the Giants, the way that the comments have been made publicly, they're both aware of the fact that there are some injury risk there and that they're not giving him some, life-altering, league-altering money. They're going to give him a good contract, but nothing, league
something
shattering.
like 14,
There's like
15,
a report
somewhere in there.
where it's like Saquon's like I guess expecting McCaffrey kind of money, which is like 16 million.
Yeah, we
So-
offered him 12
which is
and he
better than
rejected
the
that, which is fair.
Fucking Zeke contract.
Yeah, like, give him anywhere between 14, no more than 16, 2-3 years, and you're good. And you still have cap space. But yeah, this tweet is just hilarious. Dak Prescott gave away the ball twice and a narrow loss to the 49ers. In a matchup,
the
the
crazy
Cowboys
part
had a
is-
chance to win if they didn't generate self-inflicted wounds. What the fuck
think
is
the
wrong with their
crazy part
PR?
is that
I
the
am a
Cowboys Twitter account
dumbass.
did it.
I am a 18-year-old dumbass with no PR experience. We are all 18-year-old dumbasses with no PR experience. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I
Like,
don't even know
why?
how that even got out of the drawing board.
And it's
Let
still
alone-
fucking up. Like, it's still
Yeah,
up. I was able to go to twitter.com and find that
find
tweet.
it.
I didn't have to
Basically,
go look for a
gaslighting the
screenshot.
quarterback
I
was
just,
kinda
like...
insane.
But on the 49ers side, I think...
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, fuck Brock Purdy. First of all, I want to talk about this shit keeps happening where I write something and then something completely just out of the blue comes out to just fuck me over. When I dropped the article on the
happens with a lot of
Jaguars,
us.
literally less than 20 minutes later, The Athletic at 1:10 p.m. of all times, they drop an article about the Jaguars. Same exact premise. And then now, this is like 2-3 weeks after, I write about, that Trey Lance should get the job next year. And then all these reports the next day, Brock Purdy's going to be starter. If Trey Lance is in this game, they win this game by 20 points. I'll say that. But their defense just showed how good they are, and
I think
They're
Brock
just
Purdy
so well
was.
built.
yeah,
I think Brock Purdy did pretty solid for the most
like
part.
I think
He
even
definitely
Zach
had a few
Wilson could
questionable
succeed in this
moments.
offense.
Like he definitely looked nervous to start off the game, but he had some good throws. He had some big conversions, so some of the throws were pretty lucky. I think the first one that comes to mind is that throw to George Kittle, where Kittle was like bouncing the ball in the air, and, like caught it
Yeah.
with this like helmet.
That was a
Like,
ridiculous catch.
and that was like a third down conversion as well.
The
so,
one,
like,
the one thing I will say about Purdy though is at least he's letting Kittle be a fucking tight end again. That's the one thing I appreciate, because niggas were saying, "Oh, he's just a glorified fullback," and like he spun back.
There's
My
no
boy spun back.
logistical justification to have Kittle as a blocking tight
Yeah,
end,
that was fucking
especially when
hilarious.
he's such a good receiving tight end.
Isn't
Just a
that-
receiver in general. He's just a phenomenal receiver. And I like the people that were going insane lengths to justify the 49ers trying to use him as a blocking tight end is just absurd to me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine looking at the 49ers and thinking, like, could you just imagine that team with not an above average quarterback?
No,
but, like,
above average.
As you mentioned, Trey Lance, like just a quarterback that can elevate an offense. Could you imagine
If they
like,
had Kirk Cousins,
Could you imagine
Kirk
if they had
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, they'd be insane.
Oh,
Could you imagine if you put Dak Prescott on the 49ers?
oh, that's a dynasty.
Could you imagine that?
If-
And that's kind of what I get at with the Cowboys. Like, why not that why can't you be the 49ers? Why couldn't you be like last year's Rams? Why can't you just be fucking competent?
Like,
I'd
and I
rather
think
not.
where it starts is a coach. Like, Jerry Jones
Right.
has to die. Like, I feel like within 5 to 7 years of Jerry Jones dying, or at least stepping away, they will at least make a Super Bowl, because they have the talent and they have the name. They have even though they haven't done shit since the fucking 90s, like they still have the name power behind them. They'll always
They're a
attract
big
talent.
market.
And
They're a
someone will
massive
always want to coach for them. So once Jerry Jones fucks off, I feel like they'll finally get a half decent coach who doesn't have a stick up his fucking ass, and I think they'll probably be able to contend, because I think that's where the most of the problems are. I think it's coaching, honestly.
Yeah, how is Mike? I just don't understand. I never understood the hiring in the first place. Why they do this thing where they either hire guys who are clearly underqualified or hire guys who didn't make it somewhere. Like the Packers fired him for a fucking reason. You know what I mean?
Like if you can't win with Aaron Rodgers, if you only win
Right.
one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, my nigga,
And he clearly wasn't falling in favor with what was a modern NFL. Like, what did you expect for the guy to come in and, well, we're going to change him? Like, this isn't baseball where you just have to tell the guy, all right, this is when
not
you
like
should
he's
use your
Buck
relievers.
Showalter,
Okay.
who actually knows how to adapt, but actually brings old knowledge so it meshes perfectly. He's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but the difference between like hiring a Buck Showalter versus hiring a Mike McCarthy is in baseball, you need the guy to be more of like, they're more hands-on with the players. Pause. And they're more like they impact the game a lot less. And Buck Showalter, like every Mets player, like if you ask them, they fucking love the guy, right?
Buck.
You know what I mean?
Even fucking Lindor's daughter, Buck.
Right? Like, he doesn't bring in this reliever, so that one. Who cares? The players like him. Like that's really all that.
Well, no. That's like the worst case scenario because that's the one thing he did fuck up on.
Yeah, but like, how do I put it? He's not like he's not. You wouldn't say if the Mets fired Buck Showalter, they would immediately like win the division and then the World Series.
I agree. Yeah.
Like if the Cowboys had a really good head coach, that team probably gets at least to an NFC Championship game, which is kind of sad to say that we're all like, I'm pretty sure we're all 18, right? So we're all adults,
yeah,
right? If I'm not mistaken,
Yes,
all
sir.
of us are legal adults, and we've never been alive for the Cowboys in an NFC Championship game, which is fucking insane to think about.
I think it's
I also
beautiful,
wanna add
honestly.
about McCarthy.
Because when's the last time they made it? What's the last year they made it?
25, 26 years ago?
Yeah, I think a full decade before we were all born.
That's kind of crazy. That's actually insane.
Last.
Fuck,
I want to add something about McCarthy, by the way. Okay, so I think one of the big issues with McCarthy before the hiring, I think especially prevalent, was his his clutch time coaching decisions and his time management. I think the most prominent example of this is the Packers game against the Seahawks in 2014-2015, where they had.
Sorry to cut you off,
but
so the last time they were in the conference championship game was 1995. So
Damn,
9
holy
years
shit.
before. Well, yeah, 9 years before we
that's
were all
almost
born.
a decade. Yeah, that's okay. So if you remember the Seahawks Packers NFC Championship game,
Yeah.
there was a 4th and goal situation in the 1 yard line, and Mike McCarthy punted,
Yeah.
and that in hindsight cost them. Not to mention the other time management issues that he had before he signed with the Cowboys and with the Cowboys, and also, I think we forgot to talk about this, but not only did he fail to win more than one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, which is pretty absurd, but especially in the latter end of his tenure in the Packers, he basically straight up didn't know how to use Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, not at
And
all.
Aaron Rodgers just disdained him.
Kind
So-
of just to
And
build on what
the moment he left, I think the season after, essentially,
he wins MVP.
Aaron Rodgers had
back-to-back.
arguably one of the best seasons of his career.
Exactly.
2020. I'm
Like
just saying.
kind of like what Ryan's saying. He just didn't evolve. He refused to evolve. He didn't have the fucking coked up what was it, AJ Hawk or whatever, and the fucking Clay Matthews anymore, and he didn't know how to fucking act. But moving on, I feel like, and once again, Josh has muted his microphone because someone walked in. Let's see what they let's see what you should ask them about Mike McCarthy.
I don't know if they know Mike McCarthy.
You have to do it at least once this episode. Just ask somebody watching whenever what the fuck we're talking about. You have to ask them. You have to. But moving on to the next week's game. So we have the 49ers traveling to Philly, who are 2.5-point favorites. This could go either way.
I think that could definitely go either way.
I'm
They're
taking the
both super
49ers. If I'm
well-rounded.
betting, give me the 49ers. Give me the 49ers. But damn, the Eagles are damn good, but it's just can Brock Purdy step up, and I think it's more of a matter of both defenses, because Jalen Hurts, although he's had a top 4 season for a quarterback, you could say top 4, maybe top 3, but he's been damn good. But he's also shown some flaws at some point in the season, and we don't know exactly how healthy he is. I feel like that kind of got swept under the rug. So if they could contain the run, which I feel like they can, if they could contain that backfield of Sanders and Boston Scott, if they could contain him and they could contain Hurts, I feel like no matter what, they have the pieces for Brock Purdy to play well enough. But also, playing in the link is fucking insane. Conference championship link, I feel like that's, like I said, I kind of said last week about KC, but I feel like the link might be worse than Kansas City.
Just
What?
Philly fans. They're just insane.
Exactly. Like,
I think they're just chronically insane.
so I feel like if Purdy, I'm not worried about the rest of the 49ers because they've been there, done that. If Purdy can step up and be that guy and continue to be that guy, I feel like that I'm gonna take them, but I'm not gonna completely bank on them because playing, like I just said, playing in the link for the first time in a conference championship is absolutely nut shit.
Yeah. I'm taking the Eagles here just because I think the quarterback situation, I think they have an advantage there. I think both teams are very well built. As you mentioned, it's at Philly, it's at Lincoln. It's going to be, I think the Eagles, I don't think this game's going to be a blowout, but I do think this game is going to be a game that the Eagles kind of, they get off to a good start. They kind of maintain that all game. And I don't think the 49ers, they're going to have trouble playing from behind, right? That's what I'm worried about with them. You fall back, you fall a possession or two down. How do you play?
I don't know if it's going to be the 49ers, but I think it's going to be Purdy more because, like I said, the 49ers have been through adversity over the last couple of years.
It's more so Purdy. Yeah, that's basically it. You're going to rely on him if you go down. The 49ers are a team that if they get off, it completely depends on the start. If the 49ers go up 7, if they score a touchdown in the first drive, and they get a stop, I'll be like, okay, you know what? I think this is the 49ers game. They can control the time of possession. They can do all those things. But they just can't. I don't know how Brock Purdy's going to react from having to come back and put up a bunch of points and be relied upon, knowing it's going to be a drop back, knowing it's going to be a passing play. How does he perform?
I also want to bring up, it's really fucking hilarious. Someone brought it up. I don't know if you guys should see it. So they do like a little graphic thing for they did a little thing. Read 49ers Eagles a trip to the Super Bowl on the line next Sunday. So Jalen Hurts, it's him, a lot of emotion. You can't really see it, but it's him, and then Purdy standing for the flag. And, you can't really see it. But I also brought this up in my article. But doing this, standing for the anthem, when you just look up Brock Purdy, some of the first images of him are yelling, screaming, and you could easily use that. But you use the image of the white guy patriotically standing for the flag. And then the black guy, oh, man, people... have forgotten about it, but the Kaepernick shit was not that long ago. It was not that fucking long ago.
It was, 2016, 2017?
Yeah, so I think,
2016,
we're...
something like that.
Yeah, so that's 5 years ago. It's not that long ago. So just to do that, I feel I don't like that at all.
I think...
that was definitely a creative choice that should have been...
I think there are, inherent tropes that people have
for sure.
certain quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. If Brock Purdy was black, he'd be looked at like Teddy Bridgewater. Oh, yeah, he did good with these pieces around him.
The trope that I hate the most is all white quarterbacks are safe quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. Safe, and this is in all sports. I saw it with, they were comparing Phil Foden and Buyako. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry. I know. What'd you say?
It's Saka. Buyako Saka.
Oh, yeah, Buyako. I know how to say his last name, dipshit. I'm saying his first name. But they were comparing him and Foden, and they were like, take away Saka's his pace, and he's nothing. So, but Foden Foden and Grealish are so technically gifted, and it's like Foden and Grealish are white, Saka's black, and and United. This is so off topic, but United supporters. Yes.
Foden's literally the best Foden's literally one of the best technicians in the world. Take away Saka's burst and acceleration, and he's currently at uni.
Dude, it's actually insane how often they use Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying that you have to view Jalen Hurts as an elite quarterback or anything like that, but him being an athletic quarterback, right? And I put that in quotation marks because that usually has a negative connotation if you're talking to certain NFL fans, because it's like, well, when he's a little bit older and he has to make passing decisions, he's not a smart quarterback, he's just athletic. But Brock Purdy is a smart quarterback.
That young man,
football safe. He doesn't turn it over.
Yeah, man.
That is a blue-collar quarterback. I want him on my team.
The nastiest buzzword that people use is sneaky athletic.
Oh my fucking god! It's the same thing as it's hilarious. In baseball, it's this guy's too flashy. People getting mad at O'Neal Cruz for throwing the ball fast.
In all seriousness.
Oh, but Nolan Arenado does.
Dude, it's actually insane that
I think the only sport where it doesn't.
Yes.
The only sport where it doesn't really happen because there's too many black people to do it is is basketball. But still, it happens
even-
every year in the fucking Big Ten. There's a big, tall, white guy, center. A couple years ago, it was Garza. Before that, it was some other guy. And this year, he's about to win Player of the Year. He's about to win the Wooden Award. Does nothing but go to the basket, get boards, because he's bigger than fucking anybody else. But he goes to the NBA, will be a decent role player. Or there'll just be white guys who sit in the corner. And then it's just like...
Any white dude who's not talented enough to be anything more than a solid player at their respective professional level is considered just gritty. Like they gritted it out. They worked really hard to get to
he's
this
really
point.
blue collar. Ignore the
but
fact that he
God
grew up in a
forbid-
gated community. Ignore the fact that he's on full scholarship. No, man.
God forbid Jalen Hurts runs out of the fucking pocket.
Oh my God!
Like-
Oh, he does the frat celebration. Is that a gang sign? Is that a gang sign? Oh.
It's actually incredible. Like the just the amount. It is incredible to think about.
Oh, yeah.
Like again, I've never heard anyone refer to like a person of color in the NFL as a safe quarterback. Never in your life, I've never in my life have I.
And
ever,
the one
ever
safe
heard-
quarterback was probably Teddy Bridgewater, and he's looked at as like some bum.
Dude, I'm sorry, Jacoby Brissett had like a really
Yes!
good year this year.
Yes! Yes!
It's just
Nothing!
like,
Jack
if you ask
fucking
people-
shit! Just thank you. Thank you.
If you ask someone the gap between Jacoby Brissett and Kirk Cousins, like, oh, well, that's a starting quarterback versus a backup quarterback.
Nigger versus... Oh, I can't say that. I have to cut that out.
Jesus Christ.
I have to cut that out. I forget. I have to cut that out.
No, that's censored.
But versus
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Jacoby Brissett should be
I'm not gonna
considered
cut that
a
out. I
safe
don't give a
quarterback.
fuck.
Jacoby Brissett I think is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy is. I just want to clarify that. Absolutely. Like I
yeah, because he has
think
he has the experience, and you know, I feel like
at
I'm
least
taking
this
that.
year, both of them had small samples. They didn't play a full season. They both put up they were very efficient, and they didn't turn the ball over
Hold on,
much.
let me try to
Brissett
bring
had
this
a
up. Let me
much
see.
less, and he also plays in a cold conference. So if you look at the AFC North, that's
And
not
he had a
conference
much
where the
worse
ball is
system
terrible.
around him.
Yeah.
All right, can you pull
I'm
up
just
Brock
throwing that out
Purdy's
there.
stats, and I'll pull up Jacoby's stats. Jacoby Brissett season stats.
You're putting up Brissett or Purdy?
I'm pulling up Brissett.
Okay, I'll pull up Purdy. Then.
All right, so I have Brissett. It's loading. Shit. If this shit decides to load. But so he had 2,608 yards, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a completion rate of fuck you, ESPN. This shit just reloaded. A completion rate of 64%. In how many games? It won't tell me how many games.
He played. So it says he played 16, but I don't know how many snaps he got because he was probably coming in like filling in. Like I know he had more pass attempts, all that stuff. But in terms of like just if we get down to efficiency,
All right,
you
let me
have to
see.
adjust for
He
the
had
fact that
1,
he
2,
doesn't
3,
play.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's about 12 starts. And how many did so what about Purdy?
Purdy had 5 starts, 9 games played.
Okay. I mean, I'm counting that as because I remember when he did come in, it was like in the second quarter, so
Yeah.
I'm still counting that. So
The way, like,
what was his stats?
So Purdy had 13 touchdowns to 4 picks. He threw for 152.7 yards a game, 67% completion percentage. And so I want to look at what was his average depth of target. That's another thing I need to look at here because I know that he was probably being asked more from because I remember Brissett actually had to like push the ball down.
Yeah, and that's another interesting stat. When I forgot what the exact number was, but Purdy's a little bit. But Purdy's
I'm not sure if it's like,
whenever Purdy's receivers didn't get open or didn't have I think 5 yards of separation, he was not good at all.
Yeah, so average depth of target, 9.5 yards for Brissett, 7 yards for Purdy. Brissett had a 4.5% big time throw percentage. Purdy was 1.7, and Purdy actually had a higher turnover worthy play percentage than Brissett did. So I'm sorry.
That's all I'll say.
Brissett,
That's all we say.
49ers.
I think that's the
this year
agenda to push this offseason. That is
not to mention that Brissett has a better PFF grade.
And he's
And, like, we
consistently
know-
been a
PFF not racist for once.
That's another thing. Usually
job,
the white
Collinsworth.
stable quarterback, gets a pretty.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
that's
He had, like,
like shout out Andy
90
Dalton for being like the
PFF
fifth
Yeah,
or sixth.
I think we spent way too much time on
Dude,
this.
we did, but I think it was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with this.
So, unfortunately, I'm gonna say this real quick before we get back to some NFL talk. We're gonna have to I'm gonna shout us out real quick. We decided to bring the walk to Portland. But yeah, there's just like an absolutely insane scandal going on with an NWSL side, the Portland Thorns, I believe it is. Look that shit up. That is fucking insane. Besides the fucking controlled substances being sold, like be given to players by the first, I think it was the first husband of soccer is how he was referred to, like abused, just absolutely insane. And it's really upsetting because if you watch it, women's soccer is great. I follow a bunch of creators on Twitter who, talk about it. And it's just insane. The amount of injuries, like I think four of the 8 Ballon d'Or, like the list, I forgot what to call it, the finalists, I guess.
like nominees.
Yeah, nominees. The top. They're all down with ACL injuries, and it's like they have it's so much potential in the women's game, but it's kind of like a growing country. They have a lot of potential, but there's always some corruption or it's just a misfortune going on, and it kind of sucks.
It's not just like the painkillers.
Oh yeah, it was abuse,
it's
emotional, physical.
It's a lot of shit.
But
it's the same, kind of system as it's always been. There are men in women's sports who have a lot of power and abuse that power, right? Because at the end of the day, they are decision makers and they're going to do things that negatively affect the careers of a lot of those women. And unfortunately, there are a lot of sports fans that are going to eat that shit up, right? Like we talked about Brissett, like there's a reason Brissett isn't starting anymore because the guy who replaced him, Watson, like there's not a single, like there aren't many Cleveland fans who are like, this guy shouldn't be in the NFL. They're like, well, he helps us win games. So, I mean, shit, I don't think he did it. You know what I mean? End of the day, this isn't like, not that it's not crazy. Like it's fucking insane to gotta just contextualize, like giving painkillers and then the other shit going on with, like one of the guys kissing the neck of one of the fucking players in a championship celebration.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I've played sports in high school. I do not know a single fucking person. I don't know a single like athlete, teammate, coach of mine who came up to me and kissed my neck
like
when I was
the extent of it would be like smacking your ass,
Right. And even then, that would be considered inappropriate for
exactly. Like if it was male, female, even then, it's that still doesn't happen as often.
It's just weird.
Yeah, but
and it's inappropriate. It's all types of fucked up.
But getting back, we didn't even talk about the second championship game. We have the Bengals at going to Kansas City. Give me the Bengals line. Kansas City's line is only 1 point. Give me the Bengals. I like the Bengals here. But I'm taking the Bengals regardless.
There's a video of Mahomes in a press conference.
Yeah, he was walking.
Have like a boot on or anything. He was just walking fine.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I think he should be mostly healthy for the most part, but I'm not assuming, it's a high ankle sprain. We've seen what high ankle sprains do to players. I think the first one that comes to the top of my head, even if it's not football, is LeBron. In 2021, he had that whole ankle sprain, kind of fucked him up, or I guess you could also say for his entire career. So you really can't really mess with those. And the Bengals, once again, are really, really good at not only getting pressure at the quarterback, but making the quarterbacks that they're playing against commit stupid decisions.
Yeah.
And they did that to Mahomes multiple occasions. So I really do think the Bengals have a shot here. I think for the most part they are favorites.
I'm taking the Bengals. I feel like both team offenses are about no. Give me the Bengals on offense. Give me the Bengals on defense. And although I think this is Mahomes, this is Burrow, it's very close.
Okay,
but when you look at
that's a bit too close. Let's be fair.
I think Mahomes is.
I think Mahomes is in like a.
Well, like this, we're thinking more like this.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
Like that.
But even then, let's look at the offense. The rest of the offense,
I think the Bengals.
And then the defense. This is the Bengals. This is the. And coaching, I'm giving obviously getting edge to Andy Reid, but I feel like at one point it's like Brian Daboll is not that. Brian Daboll. If you look at Brian Daboll and what's his name, Sirianni, they're probably in the same range of coach, but talent on the field. I think that's what's going to make the difference in this game. So give me the Bengals.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Joe
The way I view
Burr.
it is that every year the Kansas City Chiefs are like by far and away the best offense production wise every single year. Like I can't. They're so good at fucking putting up points. And Mahomes is just so goddamn good. And I know the ankle injury definitely, I could see it, and not even just the ankle injury. I can like we've seen this a perfectly healthy Mahomes and the Bengals roll into Arrowhead. And the Bengals win. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, sitting here saying, you know, there's no way the Chiefs would let me fucking stunt. No. The line suggests, even though the line favors the Chiefs, that this is going to come down to the wire, and this goes either way. The way I view it is that I just can't pick against Patrick Mahomes. I have a hard time doing it. You know
but
what
also,
I mean?
you guys realizing you guys are rooting for Kadarius Toney to make a Super Bowl, right?
Okay, but, like...
True. But to be fair, like, there's no fucking way anyone can sit here and tell me Kadarius Toney's why they're here. They're just not even remotely close to why they're here.
I just talked about Tony real quick. I am so mad. And I'm still mad my nickname from Tony Stark didn't catch on. That is a fire ass fucking nickname. I don't give a fuck. I need a Chiefs fan to pick that up. But yeah. I mean, my prediction from now, give Chiefs 49ers. Bengals 49ers. Bengals over the 49ers in the Super Bowl. But moving on, our last little NFL topic for the day. If you're the Jets? What were the three teams? I know there was three AFC teams, but what are you giving up for Aaron Rodgers?
A couple firsts.
You definitely have to just throw in a bunch of firsts.
There was a hilarious one where I saw the Jets were to give up like 2 first rounds. Quinnen Williams and Sauce. Like,
there's no fucking way.
There's no way they're giving.
I'm giving up maybe Quinnen and like 2 first. Maybe.
The way I view it too is Aaron Rodgers is coming off like this is the problem. Aaron Rodgers is coming off of a down year and he's an older quarterback.
Exactly.
So there's two things involved there.
Like I think older is like an under exaggeration.
This is either Tom Brady the year before he left to the Bucs, or this is Aaron Rodgers declining. And at that point, I can live with giving up a couple of firsts, and you know that's fine, and you know Williams, I can live with that. I don't know if that's a tough price tag. I'm not knowing if I'm gonna go
okay. I'm looking up the teams that are interested in Aaron Rodgers in the AFC, and there's a tweet that reads this. They're quoting the Nathaniel Hackett news, and this tweet says, "This better come with Aaron Rodgers, or Robert Saleh's house will make Chernobyl look like paradise." Man, I don't blame him. Because even though he did have a decent track record, it's Aaron Rodgers, my nigga, and Devontae Adams.
Oh, wait, time out. You get Adams in that situation?
No. I'm saying Hackett as a head coach. Hackett as an offensive coordinator. You have Aaron Jones, you have Devontae Adams, you have what's his name? Rodgers. So that still doesn't really move me. If you're getting Rodgers, then sure, whatever, I guess. But it's like I feel like you could have found a better OC, honestly.
The way I view
it, found a lot of better OCs.
I don't disagree. I think there's definitely some fucking young guy who came out of was like a quarterback coach for a pretty good team, and you throw him in as an offensive coordinator. But I think it is a desperate. I think the reports that Woody Johnson's willing to pay that 2 first-round price tag for Aaron Rodgers kind of tells me if he gets traded, it's to the Jets. You know what I mean?
I put my money on the Jets, but I'm trying to find the other teams.
I think it was the Titans, and I forget the other team.
Yeah, they said so they said out of all of it, it would be Jets, Colts. I don't do that. Jets, Colts, Titans, or Raiders.
Raiders, I think, is the second most likely, just from the sense that they have Devontae Adams, and I feel like that's another organization that we're sitting here saying, there's the age factor, this and that. I think those organizations don't give a fuck. They're so desperate. So, and I get why. They just want not only just a watchable product, winning. They just want to, the Raiders kind of are they were previously, 30 years ago, historically great franchise. They've been embarrassing for a pretty long time now. It's gotten to the point where they gotta be competitive for a good window. The Bucs saved their friend. If you think about it from the perspective of the Bucs legitimately they can write off that one Super Bowl for 20 years.
For
right?
sure.
Like that they can. The Jets, if they win a Super Bowl, they can write off like there's
For
not a single
another
Jets fan
fucking
who would tell
century.
you-
They already fucking did it with their fucking mid-ass
They're-
Joe Namath.
There are Jets fans, and I'm not saying this to say like they're like not a good fan. There are Jets fans who would like actually like I know for a fact would like commit multiple felonies without thinking, not like deranged,
I
but
agree.
completely
That
normal,
makes sense.
regular, everyday people who would commit felonies, not to guarantee a Super Bowl, but to get to one, right? You know, like that's a desperate fan base. That's a fan base that wants this. You know what I mean? That would, or that's an organization that kind of just wants a win. And I think they know that right now they're really good. They don't give a fuck what they look like in 4 years. If they get a Super Bowl, who gives a shit? No one gives a shit. Look at the
You win a
Rams.
Super Bowl.
No one gives a
You win a
fuck.
Super Bowl. Yeah, they're bad. They won a Super Bowl. But I think that we did talked for about the NFL for 55 minutes when there was 4 games that was played.
Holy shit.
2 games next week, but hey. So we haven't done a draft in a while, and I think for the first Facecam video, I know the draft we're doing soon. It should be obvious. Probably Valentine's Day draft. I'm gonna think of something around that. Probably like the cutest players. We'll get a little erotic. but right now, first Facecam, I feel like it's proper to have another draft. So right now we're gonna do we haven't talked about NBA a lot, so best vibes in the NBA draft. And so we're going to build the starting 5. Just doesn't matter what position, but the one little twist, you can only have one player from each team. So you can't, if you pick Giannis, you can't pick, Bobby Porter or something like that. And the way I thought of it is, who would you rather get high with? Like, who would you smoke with? Who would you...
Oh, okay.
Like, who would be cool as fuck? So, I think we should all play rock, paper, scissors to see who go first. I don't know how this is going to work with the lag. All right, but, rock. Show your hands,
Wait,
bitch.
Two.
Put your hands in the camera. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. All right, Josh, you're out.
Wow,
Josh, you have the last pick.
Okay, wow.
All right,
Okay.
rock,
So one time I choose paper.
Paper, scissors, says shoot. Fuck.
We went the same one both times.
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Yeah! Shoot! All right.
No,
All right. With the first overall pick in the All-NBA Vibe Draft, I'd like to select Mitchell Robinson, center out of Louisiana, my GOAT, New York Knicks. Get it soon, brother.
Dude, that is like one of the fun. I'm sorry, Mitchell Robinson is one of the funniest fucking.
Oh
people I've
yes,
ever
yo,
had
getting
on
high
my
with him,
sports team.
like normally I would hang with him regularly. High, you know how fucking hilarious that would be?
He's hilarious.
Like, why is this grown ass man posting on Snapchat like he's a 16-year-old white girl? Why the fuck is this nigga whipping trucks in the offseason, bro? My goat. All right,
Okay.
Ryan, second overall pick in the draft.
So I'm going to have to like move off of my center pick. I know we didn't go based off position, but I'm gonna have to actually move off of that because I was gonna go with Mitchell Robinson. I'm going from one of the, and I don't know how he is a person exactly, but I know because he's from New York, because he's from Brooklyn, he went to Christ the King.
Fuck!
Fucking go, dude.
Wait, who's your pick?
Like he's from New York City.
Wait, who's your pick?
I have to fucking Jose Alvarado.
Fuck!
Fun fact about Christ the King. My brother was so close to going there, he actually got on the calendar for that year for his freshman class, and he didn't actually go to the school.
Fuck.
There's a calendar of my brother on Christ the King, even though he didn't go there. Or never went there. Neither of us went there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck
Complete
you,
fucking
Ryan.
random fact.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, Ryan. I gotta cross him off my list.
Uh,
All right, go ahead,
I've
Josh.
never done this before, so I'm gonna fuck around.
Oh god.
I'm gonna pick Jaylen Brown just for the fuck of it. I want to see what it's like being high.
I
as
don't
Jaylen
know
Brown and see
about
what he
that
was
pick.
talking
I
about.
feel like it's gonna be like a Kyrie thing where he's gonna start spouting just weird and stupid shit.
No, that's what I want.
Go-
Though. That's what I want. That's
All
that's
right.
what
I don't know if that's
I
vibes,
want-
man. I don't know if that's vibes.
I do see the point here where it's like they would just say they would either say the stupidest fucking thing you've ever heard, and you'd just be sitting here like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you going on about?
Or he'd say like the deepest shit ever, and you'd be like, oh shit, that's kind of.
He would say something thinking he's deep, and it's not deep at all. Like it's like, I love people like that. By the way, I know that people think they're insufferable. I actually like if it's not like harmful things to say. I love people like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Who
so
doesn't?
fucking funny,
Yeah.
dude.
All right, Ryan, you have the second overall. You have the Wait, no, Josh. Now you have the first overall pick of the second round. You can go
Okay.
ahead with your selection.
Okay, now I need to think. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll through.
You're getting
players
a-
and see which one.
15-second timer.
15 seconds. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna go with Anthony Edwards.
I don't like him, but I see it. I don't like him. I fucking hate the guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Josh, I
get the
don't
pick
know about
next
this
pick,
starting
right?
five, man. I don't know. But all right, Ryan, second pick, the second over, and
give me. I
Swear to
because
God,
you picked Mitchell Robinson. I didn't want to. I knew I could save this Knicks
Obi?
pick. That's why I went with Alvarado first. Go with Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly
Yeah.
is fucking awesome.
IQ
love
was on
Emmanuel
my
Quickley.
list.
He's just a good dude. I feel like I would like he would just be awesome. Like great dude to hang out with. I would love to hang out with Emmanuel Quickly. Great fucking guy,
All
especially
right.
high. That'd be awesome. Great dude.
on my list, Nolan Stoner. I mean, throwing up the gang signs. John Wall.
I mean, okay, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I just did it 'cause I feel like the safe pick. You know, he's a stoner. Dude seems cool. And with the third pick in the third round, first pick, I'm gonna go a Knicks legend, but thankfully currently isn't on the Knicks. Theo fucking Pinton, the fucking bench. Go! Let's go!
That's such a good fucking pick. I didn't even.
He was the first name on my fucking list.
That is such a good pick.
I know,
gotta
buddy,
give you
that's why I
a
picked
fucking
him.
Great pick.
I
That's
know.
a great fucking pick.
All right, Ryan, right back to you, baby.
Wait, no, don't you get another pick? Because
I know I picked twice. I picked John Wall and then
Oh, okay.
Pinson.
So I'm gonna go with this is an underrated pick, I think. Give me Theo Horford. Give me Al Horford, Dominican. That's my boy. Give me.
I like
Theo
that.
Horford.
I like that.
Also, because I want to speak with his sister. Quick conference meeting. Little check up on the situation. You know what I mean?
Are you a munch
Bro,
though? Are you a
you
munch
were-
though?
Huh?
Are you a munch? That's the question of the hour.
I can't. So my PR team. All I'm saying.
¿Qué lo que, mami? ¿Qué lo que?
I'm going all up in that shit. In all seriousness, though. In all seriousness, Al Horford's Dominican. I gotta fucking
I
bro.
respect that.
And also, I've never had anything against Al Horford. He seems like a cool dude. I've never had like beef with him, even though he's been in the Eastern Conference for a fucking while. Like I've just never had beef with the dude. So fucking love the guy.
All right, Josh.
Bro, I
the next two
literally have
picks.
no idea. I don't know what to pick.
Again, a 15-second timer.
Who would be really good to talk to when high as fuck? Okay, let's see.
Halfway there.
Oh my fucking god. I'm actually. I
Five.
really don't know.
4, 3.
I fucking listen to Kelly Oubre.
Two.
I want to see
Okay.
this one.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, penalty for not choosing Tom Thibodeau. That's the penalty.
Oh hell no.
Yeah. So you better start thinking because you have the next pick. Kelly.
Oh my. Oh, I have the next pick again. Okay, shit.
All right. Time starts again.
Okay, let's think. Time to think.
6, 7.
De'Aaron Fox.
That's not bad. Didn't particularly have in mind, but okay.
I want to know if anyone's going to pick Scotty Barnes.
Fuck no.
I refuse
Fuck
to
no.
touch
Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck that nigga, man.
Like,
I will say right now, I only have maybe, I got lucky because now the Spurs aren't as bad now, so I have one player from the Spurs. But I did not choose anybody from the Cavaliers, the Spurs, or the
Bucks?
Bulls. And I have a Bucks player in here.
Bulls.
Yeah, like all of them I feel like they just have massive just sticks up their ass. But Da-na-na-na-na. Ryan with
Alright.
the second pick in the 4th round. Would you like to make
Okay.
your selection?
I'm gonna pick him because this dude's just there are just incidents of this dude being fucking hilarious on social media. Miles Turner is just
Okay.
he's out there, man. Miles Turner.
I like that.
Miles Turner's
I
out
thought
there.
Nolan was
Miles
gonna pick him,
Turner is
so I was
out
gonna
there.
save that for
All right.
That's an out there type of dude.
You know, this is a real
Some of the
home run
shit that he
pick.
saw on Twitter is kind of funny,
This
though.
is a
Like,
real
in,
home
like,
run pick, and you guys gonna get
unintentional way.
mad at me. Grant Williams.
It's the Batman thing.
Yes, bro. I feel like he'd just be like he's kind of like him. A room with him and Mitch Rob. You know how fucking funny that would be. Like you know how fucking stupid that would be. Like holy shit. And with the first with my fifth round first selection. Shit, man. I think. Damn, because I can't. Damn. I think I'm gonna have to go Klay Thompson.
That's a funny dude. That is a funny dude right there.
And you know, just for shits and gigs, we're gonna do a 6-man. So now we're gonna have 6 drafts. All right. So now Ryan, who is your 5th rounder?
Okay, so I was thinking synergy here. Someone that would just like all the other 4 guys could like it would be just funny. Alex Caruso in a room with the other 4 guys in this list would be fucking hilarious. I want to see Miles Turner like just fucking palm his ball back. Like that'd be so funny. I also would like to just just
Him and
you know what I mean?
him and fucking Horford fucking converge on his head.
Could you imagine Miles Turner, both of his fucking giant ass hands, just palming both of them? That'd be so fucking funny. And honestly, like it would just be hilarious. And also, Alex Caruso is just like the last guy. Like I would not like the last guy you would imagine. Like he's one of those people that it's like how he is as a basketball player. You don't look at Alex Caruso and think good NBA player. And he's a good NBA player. You know what I mean? Alex Caruso may not, he may look like a middle-aged white dude. He's probably hilarious. He might just be like, he's a sleeper. You know what I mean? He's a sleeper pick.
I fuck with that. All right. Josh, with your fifth
I am
round pick.
going Steven Adams.
Not bad. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was another team I only had 1 player on. Like, imagine smoking with Desmond Bane. Like, I feel like that'd be horrible. John Morant, they're gonna probably try to swing on you like he did that fucking kid. And no. You said Steven Adams, right?
Yeah.
All right, and finish your roster. Who's your 6th man?
Okay, so I'm doing this for a very, very specific reason. And it's the
I'm
reason
scared.
that a lot of you would groan over. I'm doing Robin Lopez.
Is he even still in the league?
I have no idea.
It's only active players, dipshit.
Wait, let me check.
Yeah, if he's not, you're getting a 10-second, or else
Robin.
Thibodeau's on your roster.
Okay, so Robin. Okay, he has played. Hold on.
Oh, it has to be in the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on.
where?
He has played 25 games, 8.6 minutes a game.
With who?
For the Cavaliers.
Oh, okay. All
And
right,
if you look,
Robin Lopez.
so there's this Twitter account called NBA Film Tweets, where it's just people or NBA players tweeting about movies.
Oh, yeah, I remember
He is
that.
the biggest fucking movie nerd I've ever seen.
I big
Talks
props.
about
Big props.
Scorsese, Kurosawa, bro, this is the most nerdy shit ever.
All right.
I gotta respect it.
I respect it. And so Ryan, for your last pick, who is your 6th man gonna be?
My 6th man, so again, kind of going off the Alex Caruso pick where I picked someone who I think would be funny in that group. Draymond Green, I want him in that group. I want to see how I want to see how that goes. That would be hilarious.
All right.
Again, I'm going
this
for a
team-
good
this is a
time
strong
to
team.
have some fucking laughs. This would be and also Draymond Green's and I respect the shit out of this about Draymond Green. I feel like he's one of those people who doesn't really have a filter. I feel like he's willing to you're fucking ass. You played like shit yesterday. You know what I mean? And that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious. Imagine him turning around and go man, no, I was thinking you fucking suck this year, dude. You're terrible. You're fucking ass. You're
And his voice too.
He's gonna
If you think about his voice, that's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
He's
All
gonna
right,
swing.
but
He's gonna
with the
swing
last
by.
overall pick in this draft, I know exactly what to take. I don't know how to say his last name though. Josh, you're gonna have to help me out. The one Spurs player I would smoke with, Jeremy Sochan, or how do you say his last name? Sochan.
Sochan or something.
Okay.
Sochan.
It was the colored hair, man. If you get colored hair
looks
under
like-
Popovich, you're cool with me. You're cool by me.
I just don't think Popovich cares anymore.
Exactly. I like that. So, but the audacity.
But
all right.
I think
Some of the players I was
people
looking
compared
at.
to Dennis Rodman. So I
Exactly.
think off the bat, that comparison.
Yeah.
alone.
Some of the players I was looking at though. Josh Giddey, possibly Giddey. Obi Toppin.
Yeah,
I was really looking hard at Josh Hart. Josh Hart was. I was close.
He streams too, so like
Exactly.
it's not like he's like
Another one,
uncomfortable.
Terrence Ross. That
would be a good one. That would be a good one.
But yeah,
I remember he had that one big like face where he was like his jaw dropped.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
That's his profile picture. I thought that was fun.
so the rosters are as this. My team, Dre. You have Mitchell Robinson, John Wall, Theo Pinson, Grant Williams, Klay Thompson, and Jeremy Shocham. Josh, you have Jaylen Brown, Ant Edwards, Kelly Oubre, De'Aaron Fox, Steven Adams, Robin Lopez. And then you have Ryan's team, Jose Alvarado, Emmanuel Quickley, Al Horford, Miles Turner, Alex Caruso, and Draymond Green.
I want to make a nightmare blunt rotation team right now.
Oh, trust, we're going to do that in the future. I'm saying I have that in my back pocket. I don't give a fuck. I'm reserving this pick, Tom Thibodeau. I'm reserving this for the future. Whenever we do this.
He talks like a chain smoker as well. I think that's
But it's fucking cigars. It's not fucking blunts.
Dude,
Right.
I fucking love that you can hear him yelling on the feeds. as
I
well.
kill!
It's
I kill!
so funny, dude.
Go give me a fucking pastrami.
It sounds like someone's dying in the background, and it's just Tom Thibodeau.
And like if you're not a Knicks fan, you're like, what the fuck is that sound? And then you realize
It's funnier too when he was with the mask, so it was like
Yes.
muffled, and you just see him like fighting the mask on the sidelines, trying to keep it on while he's trying to tell. It's so funny.
you know it's just fucking soaked like a fucking sauna in that bitch.
Bro. Yes, and then like he's not fully bald. He has like a fadeaway jump shot, like a contested mid-range shot to keep his fucking hair going.
Yo, Josh, before this episode ends, go ask them what they think of. Would they go smoke with Tom Thibodeau? Right now, go find someone and ask them if they would smoke with Tom Thibodeau. Is he really about to do this?
Let's see.
I can't
Let's
believe
see.
he's about to do this.
Is that room empty?
Would you smoke with Tom
That room's
Thibodeau?
okay, that room's empty. So
Damn.
okay. And then like here's like a staircase. Hold
All right, well, let's
Wait,
go.
oh my god, you were actually recording this. That's insane. That's
All right,
insane.
well, we can find out these survey results soon, next episode. Thank you, guys. You know, first Facecam episode. This was really big for us. I feel like this is one of our best episodes in a very long.
This is
easily
fucking
top.
hilarious.
Amazing. But yeah, I hope this is
there's
pretty
been,
long
like,
as well.
10 people that have just like walked across that staircase.
He's really recording the staircase. But yeah, the Lana poster says, "What's up, guys?" The Mac flag says, "What's up?" Uzi poster says, "What's up?" And thank you guys so much for coming along and watching us. And yeah, peace out, guys.